Alright, kitties. Just in case you can't tell, that's a weed right there, alright? We got some weeds here. See this grass? Look at that grass. See that grass? Got to get out of there. This thing here, that's a baby weed that you didn't pull out last time. Alright, there's weed right here. This is called a weed. That's a weed. There's a weed right here. See that weed? This is your mound, you see? This is your mound, and these are weeds right here. Look at here. This is weeds right here. I want this out of here. See those weeds? Those got to get out of there. See the grass there? See that grass? Grass has got to get out of there. Don't pull it up by the, just chop it off. You got to pull it out by the roots. See, there's a weed right there. There's weeds everywhere. Weed, 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 weed. Weed everywhere. Here's weeds right there. Weeds right there. Grass, 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 weed, weed, weed. I was actually kind of mad. Look at these weeds here. You know why these are here? Because that's where you left them, on the edge. You get those things out of here. Look at those over there. So that's weeds. You got to get these weeds out of here. So right there, right there. Man, that may be pumpkin or something. I don't care. Get it out of there. What about here? This. That's weeds. Okay? Now, I'm going to ask somebody what this thing is. That's a pretty weed. You know what I'm saying? That thing there, that's a pretty weed. I don't know what that is. It might be a weed when we pull it out of there. But these are weeds. That ain't hard to identify. Look at that. Weed. Weed. Just weeds there. This whole thing here, these are weeds. Okay? That is not a weed, but this is a weed. Get that out of there. And if it ain't a weed, too bad it's gone. Gone. That's a weed. Just looking at weeds here. Grass, grass. See the grass there? It's got to go. Grass, got to go. All right? Weeds right here along the edges. Weeds right here. Grass right there. All right? Just weeds, 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 grass, 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 grass. Look at that big old weed. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Right in the middle of your mound. Look at that. Weeds. Weeds there. All over your mound. Weeds. Weed. That little tree thing, it's over here on this side, you know. See where we are? There's the rock. That little tree thing's got to get out of there because that don't belong there. There's another little tree thing right there. Doesn't belong there. Here's a weed up here. Doesn't belong there. See what that is? See what that weed is? It's right there, right? Weeds right here. Look at this. Weed, weed, weed. I don't have to. You got to get close up to that weed. Look at that. That's a weed, weed, weed. Right in a row. 3 of them. All right? This section along here over by the rock, this looks like Shelby must have done this section. Because you know what? I'm looking at it going, I don't see any weeds. Somebody did something over here. And then you get right over here and you go, uh-oh, weed. Weed in the edge. You got to watch out for the edges. All right, look up there. No weeds. Well, like if we looked at it from this angle, and now we're back to the beginning, all right? This is where I was before. Weed, weed. You know what a weed looks like? Now you know what a weed looks like. Here's a close-up of a weed. I'm going to stop the camera, and I'm going to take a picture of it so you know what it is.